club, by the way. Hope you're enjoying the show. Oh, we're back here again. Okay. That's so weird that this time it stopped at 100%, whereas last time it stopped at 101. I guess it's because I didn't like wait as long on the Geoscape or something like that. This might be a bad schedule. We'll see. If
Commander,
it crashes again...
This'll be a two-pronged
He's
assault.
so loud!
First, we hack the heart of the Advent Tower and disrupt their network, but we'll have to move fast.
I'm not crazy, am I? He's so loud.
Shen's cooking up a little surprise for them that should more than get their attention. Lock it down, secure the surrounding area, and remove all enemy security forces
Yeah, I don't know.
guarding
It's
the
back.
target.
I don't
All
know.
goes well, they won't even see us coming.
God, that guy is so loud. That's like the spooky snow map in Long War 1. I need to reapply my game speed up. And it looks like the right side is most favorable for sneaking up. There's like a building here, which can be tough to get through. This is all open though, so we can just watch pods and move up toward them. Oh, sorry I missed that, you know. If all soldiers are infiltrating... So the thing is, there's a lag time between when you generate intel and when it actually detects the mission for you. So if you generate like a chunk of intel, like 13 rebels work intel for 4 or 5 days or whatever, that gets applied toward missions which are in the region, and then like a few days later, you'll actually be able to detect them using that intel. You create a big lump of intel, and then you keep on rolling against it with the mission, and eventually you succeed your roll and detect it, but you know, it might not happen for a little while. So what you really want to do is like create a ton of intel and then flip your rebels to supply or recruit before the missions are even detected. Because by the time that your soldiers are infiltrating the missions, you're probably starting to think about flipping your rebels back to intel already to detect the next set of missions with them. 10-4. It's a little bit, I don't know, it's very finicky and like requires a lot of hidden information sort of to understand exactly when to turn your rebels off of intel, and it's not that big a deal for you to really worry about it. Carlos 4500, yeah, thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow as well, Barley. I think your video got lost in the excitement about Carlos following. My bot's not very smart, and if multiple people follow at the same time, it will just play the video for one of them. How do you know when to flip before a mission is detected? You just have to, like... On my way. If all the information was displayed for you, I'm sure you'd be able to work it out, you know? Like, it would make perfect sense to you. If you could see that, like, there are these 3 missions in the region, and you've generated enough intel that you have a 10% chance to detect them every time you roll, and they have this much time left remaining, you'd be like, oh, I don't really gain that much from generating more intel right now. I can recruit for a bit and then go back to intel when new missions spawn in the region that I could look for. If you could see all that stuff. When you can't see it all, you sort of have to just know how everything's happening. You have to understand Advent's strategy and where it's going to place missions and when it's going to place them and how hard they are to detect and stuff. Which is something you're only going to pick up with like an extremely large amount of experience coupled with probably like either watching tutorials specifically talking about it or like reading game code. I don't think it's bad game design. I mean, I wish that players who wanted to have all of that information available to them could just really easily get it. And that's why I make tutorials and stuff that tries to explain it, because like if somebody wants to know it, they can just watch my tutorial, hopefully. But I don't think that it's terrible to present the game without that information being known. There's like an expectation that you won't be able to use that information. But when you watch me play the game, I have just, like, at this point, poured 1,500 plus hours into playing the game, and a lot of time studying the game as well. And so I'm at a point where I am starting to be able to abuse that information that maybe I shouldn't really be able to. We might end up fighting halfway through running down this map. I'm sort of okay with that, though.
Solid copy. Good to go.
I don't think it's that big a deal as long as I'm close to the hack.
Affirmatif.
The thing is, like, it's a mod for the game, you know? And there are no resources, really, to, like, get the Bradford voiceovers that explain the vanilla game. Just, like, there isn't infinite money to do that with. And so, you get what you get, and the game mechanics are communicated in, like, the Commander's archives, and also... Oops. We bit off a little bit more than I wanted. That's a bit of an understatement, in fact. The game mechanics are explained in the Commander's archives, and you can also pick them up with tutorials online pretty well. And yeah, there isn't really an expectation that the player be able to min-max flawlessly. There are a lot of games, like strategy games, where in order to min-max flawlessly, you have to discover mechanics which are sort of difficult to work out on your own. I wonder how far this assault goes if I Oscar Mike plus command right now. This is like 16 tiles of movement, turns into another 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need Oscar Mike to be giving me like 12 more. I think we're not doing that. We're going to need one turn of surviving. There are a lot of guys to survive here. Quite a lot of guys to survive. We can hopefully sort of swing to the right, though, and make most of them less effective at attacking us. Hopefully. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Remy! Bad and Dangerous, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're enjoying the show. Appreciate the support a lot. Remy is gonna see what he can do. I've got Fortify on him. And that hopefully lets me post him in sort of a mediocre light cover position where he's flanking Snake. And can draw some fire. Do I also have Formidable on him? Whoa, that was one more Overwatch than I thought I was running. Okay, I guess Fortify plus the light cover I was getting against the Overwatch was enough though. Good kill. Did I just trip every pod? No, only like most of them. We're gonna be okay, I think. I think if Katya's here... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... That might still not be enough to get to the hack next turn. I might end up just killing all of this, honestly. A shot! The mech's a bit of a problem. I can't run and gun, so I'd have to like go there and put my Shinobi close enough to Oscar Mike next turn, and going here pulls the last pod probably. I can count several things wrong with that plan. Maybe if the Shinobi comes to this Snake, kills it, and then we arc thrower? How large is my command range? be reasonable. So Oscar Mike's going to be pretty good next turn. But we need this to kill. Good. We need it not to pull another pod, which it successfully didn't do. We got double Illyrium core from it. I don't have Formidable there or here. Neither of them have Formidable. Running gun to there. And then stun the Muton. Dank Lord! Thanks for follow up into the stream. I still see command range. Okay. So that move. Except there's no action. We go running gun to here. Gonna fortify. We want to spread out against the incoming missiles. And I want to make sure that this is stunned before I commit the other assault. We want to move there, actually, I think. Is that flanked by? There are problems. There are problems. Holy shit, there are problems. Preview line of sight. Maybe there. I need to be able to see the Shinobi officer, or more specifically, I need the Shinobi officer to be able to see me. This tile might not actually be the end of the world. That drops all of my frames when I turn that on. You don't want to run a gun. Alright. Do any of these snakes happen to have tongue grab? No. Are 3 of those sniper snakes? Okay. Sharpshooter's hunkering here, and this is probably going to be really, really bad. It's been a while since I last played a network tower. Oh, that's not a problem. I am more than okay with you spending your turn taking that action. Yeah, this is bad then. Wow, and he crit for exactly lethal. Okay, that's pretty bad. Because I needed that soldier to be able to kill all the enemies. So I could have controlled that mech by placing soldiers next to each other, so it would just stun soldiers, but I guess I screwed up. Fuck. That poison on the assault's really bad too. I was outskilled. That's unfortunate. Maybe she's fast enough that she just gets there anyway. There's no medkit, right? One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oscar Mike is like 3 tiles per move, maybe. It's gonna be really close. I think it's worth just going for it. And she'll at least get close enough that next turn she can hack. So we'll get Oscar and Mike. Let me just see what that actually looks like. I think she's there. They have lightning reflexes. And we hacked. It's very unfortunate that my sharpshooter is bleeding out right now. That's not the best. Wow, what? Okay. What? Okay. Where are my breakdown strats? You just saw my breakdown strats. That's a mission specific strat, what I just did. Okay, so we gotta clean out some guys now. I'm not sure how much it really matters that I got a large intel cache for what it's worth. You guys may be identifying the wrong thing to care about in this situation. Probably takes 10 or 2 shots to kill the mech anyway, and I think the mech's the most scary enemy. I'm gonna shoot here. Wow. Okay. Start working on killing this Muton. They're not even stunned for that long.
I might need some help.
My sharpshooter is gonna bleed out. They're gonna stand up next turn but not take actions. Antonio Zaragoza, thanks for following into the stream. So we want to kill you. We'll move to like here in Slugshot, I guess. Here in Slugshot. Where are you going? Is that it? Oh, this isn't so bad. I'm probably running away from these snakes next turn, but there's not much reason not to shoot something this turn. Very nice kill. We got 3 snakes active. The drone plus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one more guy somewhere. 3 snakes, drone. Plus 5. Yeah, I'm still missing one. That's not the happiest feeling.
What's over there?
Does Long War 2 co-op still work? I'm not sure. I'm actually gonna have a date with Ronar to test out if we can get XCOM 2 co-op going. So I'll actually know pretty soon, I guess. Please hit. Killing the mech would be just lovely. Okay, that's really nice damage. So we can move forward next turn. I'm reading names. There's a gunner, mech, scout, officer, trooper, surveillance drone. There's an officer that I don't see right now. I bet he's over here. I remember actually seeing him, like a 7 hit point officer. He was over there somewhere. So, if that's the case, probably take some damage from him. This looks like a pretty nice move. We can lock that in. There's a very small chance that we graze. Okay. I think we can have everyone in cover relative to where the officer is at the end of this turn. Remy can't be quite. Unless we go for killing the mech from here. Also, are the snakes squad sight? Because holy shit, if the snakes are all squad sight. But I feel like they're sidewinders. That one's definitely a sidewinder. I feel like they're all sidewinders. I heard of recovery turn system mod. I think so? I don't recognize the name, but like the principle is that your turns are like each individual piece takes a turn instead of your entire side takes a turn and then their entire side takes a turn, right? That's like the general idea. Yeah, I'm just gonna let the officer flank me. It's the only way to get 100% kills on the mech and scout, and those seem important right now. Sharpshooter's dead. Is that like the second death of the campaign? Unfortunate. I'm gonna stand right next to this to maximize my crit percent. It's still only 85. And then when I did crit, I rolled min on the damage, so it only barely killed. But it did barely kill. It's sort of like to be in vision of the snake. Why can't... Oh, the window doesn't quite cooperate. It's really hard to be in vision of the snake, apparently.
Let's do this.
Just gonna go here and hunker. It's a safe tile.
In position.
That soldier's a little bit low on HP, and I think the snakes will sort of understand that it's there. Yeah, that's fine. It's not what I want, but it's fine. Double move from the drone? That seems outstanding. What the fuck? There's another pod?
That all you got?
Ooh, lad. That's not another pod. That guy was just active, apparently. Okay. I don't remember seeing him ever. Exotic Inspiration 23. Thanks for following into the stream. Running guns up again next turn. I am poisoned. That's unfortunate. The snakes are generally just overwatching and doing nothing against me, which is really nice. I want to get my Shinobi to a position where she can get a good run up and kill one of these guys next turn. I do actually have running gun, so I could use commands to get a flanking shot. Slug shot, maybe. Not enough bullets. Oh, I have a free reload though. And slug shot is not on this soldier. Which soldier has slug shot? This soldier also has a free reload. Okay, so we go... I like that there's a drone there. Poor drone. It's trying so hard to be relevant. We go running gun here. Kill you. I think that's a double Illyrium core. Loot parcel, by the way. Which is 2 turns away from expiring. We're going to... Gotta be somewhere we could stand that's better. Maybe here, so that next turn you have a run up and attack. Maybe here. That could be fancy. Can they attack us? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think they have... No, I don't think they can attack us. I don't think that they have enough vision range on any tiles which aren't flanked. Because if I move there,
Whatever you say.
we're also going to command our assaults. And we're going to run and gun.
Take a move. Got it.
Take this heavy cover tile on their flank. Hit the reload button. Hit the slug shot button. It's a 54% crit. Is that better than stunning? I think it is. Although I don't have that many ways to kill him next turn if he just moves. And I don't think I can kill this 10 hit point 1 armor guy next turn. So maybe it is actually better to just arc thrower and then I still don't kill him. No, I'm just gonna stop him. We got the good result. Obviously it sucks if we get the bad result there, but you can't assume that you're going to get the bad result and just ignore the power of the good result. And the good result was powerful enough that it was worth going for there.
Watch the flanks, they're moving.
They sure still have a drone active.
On tire dessus.
I was a little bit worried about this move. Okay. I was worried about him going to a place where he flanked the shinobi and shooting her, but he didn't actually do that. Good hunker.
Incoming over here.
Why are there reinforcements incoming? If I may ask such a bold question. Alright, we have our arc thrower this turn, and then we walk up and kill him next turn. That looks amazing. Or I could just shoot him too. He's got a little bit too much HP to die though. We're gonna need to double up our attacks on him. Hey, Korish! Korish, you're not wrong. But, I mean, I don't know. It's questionable whether you're right as well. I wouldn't call what you just said right, shall we say. I do have lightning reflexes here. I don't know, this soldier's sort of getting tracked down and killed, it seems like. If I moved to that tile, that looks hard to attack for the snakes. The ladders aren't quite in the right places for them. Bring Remy forward to make sure we can kill this officer. I'm gonna bring Book of Eons up. Go into heavy cover. If I had another like 6, 7, 8 tiles, I'd be up to slash this turn. I'm still just ignoring the drone. We're ignoring the double Illyrium core. There are more important things right now. Greed for the loot. Yeah, I don't think so. I think there are a couple of more important things than the loot at the moment. There might be a turret here, incidentally. It's not impossible. Hey, I didn't get killed by a turret. That's nice. There's still a drone active. Oh, it actually disoriented me. That's actually huge. Wow, okay. Hi, Snake. Thank you for missing. That was a 62%. Holy shit. Holy shit. So yeah, Remy's disoriented. Let's put
I guess that'll be okay.
Sevo here. We want to fortify in case this doesn't kill, which is pretty likely. Okay, 50 Animo got us there though.
Check it before you get too close.
Promotion earned. You bet. This is pulling one of the Overwatches. We want to pull both of the Overwatches.
Obomo show.
Lazy Law! Thank you so much for this sub. Hugely appreciate the support. Hope you're enjoying the show. Akbamosh to you. Lazy Law. Lightning reflexes. Okay. The Overwatches were going off while I was in cover to them as well. This is, you know, fairly likely to kill, but I think it stuns way better. And... oh shit, really? Oh, we're just barely out of range. And you're like visible to all of them. Oh fuck, that's probably a dead assault. If not dead, at least not feeling very well. I'm gonna put Book of Eons in light cover. So she can sort of compel the snakes to attack her. Put a flashbang on one. This seems like another situation where we just go for the crit. Because my soldier's likely not even alive next turn to finish off the kill. I failed to crit, but rolled 8 on the 5 to 8 scale. Wow. There have been moments in this mission where things could have gone worse for us than they have. Mission also could have gone much better though. Thank you, Phantom Fang. You subbed because of the ambush joke. Are you just watching that now, or have you been like thinking about it for the last 3 days? And finally decided that it was so good you had to sub. KLC! 17,000. Thanks for the follow for the stream. That's a lot of thousands. Snake has 8 hit points. Other snake has 8 hit points. We're at 81% to hit it. Lightning reflexes is so good. This mission has just been lightning reflexes. Just like 1000% lightning reflexes and about 5% Oscar Mike plus run and gun. Okay, let's put our assault here. When am I going to recognize the drone? I refuse to recognize the drone. Hey, I got an Illyrium core, that's nice. Yeah, as you can see, I do not have a great amount of respect for that drone. So we want to prevent the snake from flanking my soldier, and ideally... what if I just put Book of Eons here? Like, there. About the snake shooter. I'm not sure that's necessary. I'm also not sure that, like, the assault's life is actually worth a wound on Book of Eons right now. Book of Eons is my trial by fire officer. And this is the best point in the campaign to use her to get soldiers leveled up to sergeant. Kill the drone.
It's dead. It has to be dead.
Imagine this in real time with 3 Vipers scrambling to get shots on some sort of ninja that can see the future. Yeah, my assault is doing some good shit right now. I could put Remy out of cover. Let's put Remy there. Oh, I had incoming. Fuck. Fuck. Ah, fuck. My sharpshooter shouldn't be dead. Ah! That's fucking tilting. I can just hit incoming. I can just hit incoming and put my soldiers next to each other, and that turn where the mech walked up and killed the sharpshooter doesn't happen. Oh shit! I was like thinking exclusively about Formidable because I just did a perk tree video where I talked about how good Formidable is for that. Just forgot that incoming does it the same way. Did take a slight wound on Book of Eons, but that should be the mission at least. Actually, I can't really end it this turn. Can I? Maybe not. Out of officer abilities, out of relevant officer abilities. I guess I put Remy in the wrong place. Oops. Okay, well let's just survive for a turn then and kill it next turn. I'm gonna hunker Book of Eons there. I'm going to... I want to run to this tile, but I'm not sure it actually gets us away. Hard to see. It looks like it does. Okay.
Got it.
Pretty good chance that she just ends up bleeding out if the snake hits her. And you're like here with Sivo, so he's like around to support, but since he's out of Applediv and has no armor,
That's one of their
don't
transmitters.
really want him getting shot.
Put a whole lot of effort into disguising the alien tech involved.
The design may be a function of the network itself. The amount of psionic energy filtered through that system is beyond measure.
Fascinating, Tigan. Hey, a wild card, Georgie. How you doing? Okay, we can end this now. I guess giving the snake a hunkered soldier to look at caused it to go on Overwatch, basically. Could have gone better. Could have gone worse. What does incoming do? It reduces explosive damage on any soldiers within your officer's command range by 4 for the next turn. So like a mech's micro missiles just don't do anything. 66% damage reduction from explosives. I thought it was just 4 DR. Did it get changed? It got changed. Did my bot break? Snakes can only see you if you're moving. Okay.
Hello, Commander. What you are seeing parts of missing civilians from across the world.
How are
Their numbers. We suspect they have been taken to a nearby.
This isn't really working because I have cheat engine turned on. No cutscenes.
Based on the latest findings.
My sharpshooter with snapshot didn't do so hot. I mean, he did fine. He just died. That was unfortunate. We don't really need aggression when we have close and personal and a good laser sight. I don't think we even have a great laser sight on this gun yet. But yeah, close and personal plus a laser sight's enough to get up to 100% crit. So we can just go formidable here and feel pretty good about it. It's a very nice perk. Nang Qian No Si. Nope, probably not. Thank you for the follow. Gave your name my best shot. Fortify here. And we picked up 25 intel from the hack. 3 Illyrian cores, an advanced hair trigger, and magazine. We've got a dead soldier. Where are the master sergeants? What master sergeants? That was just the first network tower. There's a long way to go still before we have master sergeants. So,
forces in the area
on a
can
black
get
site,
right, but you will need to make
and our
contact with
HQ.
their network first. This is only the beginning, Commander. Your leadership will be a beacon to our people across the globe.
Sure it will. We have a radio tower in New Brazil, so we can get a new Chile or Eastern US very cheaply now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a long way. 1, 2, 3. Probably gonna have to go to the black site via New India this campaign. We don't have to do that right now, though. We can make contact with Eastern US, I think. I feel pretty good about it. Except that if I liberate New Brazil, Eastern US is gonna just constantly have extra strength in it. So New India is a lot more exciting. We could infiltrate an HQ. Whoa, I can be building EXO Suits at the moment. Shit, let's build EXO Suits. And then this is a UFO. So we gotta get a team to that. Hello. Are your Haven rebels better than your actual soldiers? How could I have saved my sharpshooter? I could have put my soldiers next to each other to make the mech missile them and activated incoming so they didn't actually take damage from the micro missiles. That would have been the obvious thing to do there. And if I was like operating at 100% today, that's probably what I would have done. But I'm not quite 100% today. I'm doing my best. Might cancel Oscar, Mike, and suppression training. And if I do that, I have a team set to go already. We can bring a sharpshooter and an exo suit, and that way the sharpshooter actually sort of does good things. And double assault's really nice. How many exosuits do I get to build right now? I don't know. Let's cancel those trainings. It hurts, but sometimes you just gotta do it. I still only have 2 wounded soldiers, so we don't have to worry about AWC scientists right now, I don't think. And it's so hard to actually click this, but there we go. Am I naming soldiers in this campaign? Walrus, all of my soldiers come from my character pool, which is open. If you have a soldier you'd like added to my character pool, you can export it and then put it in the Google Drive folder, and it will get imported into my game eventually when I decide to do it. When I have a moment, basically. And then you'll be able to show up in my campaigns. This looks like probably the way we want to do it. I could build proving grounds sometime. That might be a good idea. Got an elite stock. Expand the magazine and laser sight. Let's pull these weapon mods off. And we can go elite stock, expanded magazine, advanced scope. Seems better. Yes, sir, Faticus. How you doing? You'd like to show the last mission to your friend. So you can use the Twitch VODs. You here, I'll just give you a link to this Twitch VOD. It's easy enough. Or somebody else could post the link. That might be more sensible. Yeah, giving a link to the Twitch VODs is pretty easy, and they can just scan through and see it. Twitch VODs have some difficulty with buffering sometimes, so sometimes you might want to download them, and to do that you have to buy, or not buy, you have to use like third-party programs which can do it for you. 60 supply, 6 alloys, and a lyrium crystal. That's quite expensive. That is noticeably more expensive than Predator armor. On the other hand, the exosuits are very good. So we'll build a couple of those. Probably the Shinobi and Specialist. Or who you want those on? like an elite suppressor here. I like AP rounds quite a lot on somebody who's going to be taking lots of Overwatch shots because we don't have time to shred the armor before the Overwatch shots start going off. Let's drop the AP rounds on my Slugshot Assault and bring a Flashbang. Lightning Reflexes Assault is looking pretty good. Let's go like expanded magazine here maybe? Oh, we want laser sights, not scopes. Good. We've got 3 Shredder guns on the team. Expected activity is very light, but we're almost certainly actually bringing it down a pip to extremely light. Almost certainly I could drop a consumable on somebody to ensure that. Let's drop the frag grenade. Here, let's go nanoscale vest, ceramic plate, shredder gun. You just get another consumable with EXO Suits. Like, even if the consumables weren't amazing, and they are pretty good, but even if they weren't, you're just getting an extra consumable, and that's pretty good for hacking PCS. And I'll say that's probably good. I have a depth perception. For depth perception there. Okay, there's another hack mission which I'm not infiltrating at the moment. There's also an HQ over here, which I'm very noticeably not infiltrating. But I guess we'll have enough soldiers to do that sometime soon. I recruited to 13. I should probably start generating supply in New Brazil. Supply mini retails are very easy to beat, so they're nice to generate supply mini retails in a region with 13 rebels but no reason to generate intel. And usually your reason for not generating intel is that like the region has strength 7 or something, so you're just not able to beat the missions really. But in this case, it's because intel's actually blocked from the intel menu retaliation. What's the worst situations I remember pulling myself out of? In my 1.0 campaign, there was just an amazing troop column where I won with 1 hit point left on my last remaining soldier, and that's the closest mission that I've ever played in XCOM. That network tower was like a pretty gross situation, but it wasn't. I mean, I had the trump card, right? I had the ability to hack, so it wasn't that hard really to pull it off. The troop column, I didn't have any trump cards. It was just a slugfest, and I ended up coming out with 1 soldier alive with 1 hit point, and the fact that I won that campaign instead of losing the campaign was what enabled me to win the campaign in the end, in my opinion. Won the mission instead of lost the mission, or whatever. Yeah, my 1.0 campaign is on YouTube. Okay, so Tort, I don't know exactly which one it was. It was like a troop column in June or something. I think it was 1.0, not 1.1. Or 1.2. Shit, I don't know. No, it was definitely 1.0 because I made like highlights about it. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff on my YouTube. If you haven't checked out my YouTube and want to see more of me, you can go poke around there. I might end up boosting to play this after like extracting this VIP or something. Also, I should go back to the black market, I think. Now's a pretty good time to do it and get some more supply to build some more EXO Suits. I don't need this hacking PCS. I want the impact fields eventually, but it's not quite to the point of the campaign where I want them yet. Sell stock. I need 5 Illyrium cores at some point soon to actually research Illyrium. I've got a while though. This is enough for 2 more EXO Suits. Seems fine. It's not enough for 2 more EXO Suits. I just like can't do math. I want to hold on to the faceless corpses. Definitely want the AP rounds. Alloys. I'm gonna run out of alloys. I'll just sell impact fields. We'll get another one of those probably. And if we don't, it's not that big a deal. I was just gonna put it on like a tank for a very large brawl mission. Like for Forge and Cygate, I'd sort of like to have that. Whatever. We'll do fine without it, assuming we get there. I think getting there is the hard part in this game. So we're like beating this into UFO and then doing Liberation in New Brazil. Which should, I think, give New Brazil around about enough time to get to Strength 5. And that's like the goal, to beat a Strength 5 HQ. Missing this is fine. Missing this sort of sucks, but we might boost it, and we're just scanning until we get to extract the VIP, I guess. 1 day, 6 hours. Keep scanning in West Africa looking for a supply raid too. Have I raided the Advent Soldier Factory? Pluralitas, it's only 2 months into the game. Haven't done very much, really. We did get enemy readiness to normal here, despite only being at 99%, so this shouldn't be too bad. Rescuing a VIP from Advent Vehicle, it's our 4th scientist of the campaign.